Hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to F1 Manager and our Maserati season and series, I should say. But the second season as we carry on here in 2026, and we are very close to the end of this year now. We've just got 4 races to go, including this one. 19 race season. This is race 16, so 3 more to go once we are done and dusted here in Singapore, and hopefully it will be an exciting one. It was a little bit of a dull affair over the weekend, wasn't it, with Spa? The full race wasn't great, but I must admit, that's probably one of the most boring sprints I've ever seen in my life, to be fair, on the Saturday. But there we go. Skiddy, hello. How's it going, buddy? But yeah, Formula 1 over the weekend wasn't great, although I was happy being a McLaren fan and Piastri doing the business. But yeah, on a whole, it wasn't a spectacle. On the Sunday, a little bit better than the sprint, though, because at least down sort of in the midfield, there was a bit of fighting. Hamilton coming through the pack, got a few overtakes, so a little bit more happened on the Sunday, but still, it wasn't great. The top 5 were just kind of set in stone, really, weren't they? So, yeah, let's hope that this, in the virtual world, can provide a little bit more drama. And it's Singapore, street circuit, so there's a chance of virtuals, full safety cars, and red flags here in this one. Good to hear, Skiddy, good to hear. Yeah, all well, buddy, all well. And we're starting on the second row with Antonelli. Pulled out a great lap in qualifying to put it in P3. And Colapinto struggled, actually. He was always about 3-4 tenths off his teammate all the way through qualifying. So he's only P8. We're going to go the same on strategy in terms of we are going for a 2-stop of both drivers. And the quickest way round here, going through all the different strategies, was to use all 3 compounds of tyres. So they're both using 3 compounds tyres, but slightly different because we don't want to have to double stack, although we might have to do that on the final stop if they find themselves on the same piece of racetrack. But Colapinto starting on the hards, going to first stop around lap 22, then go to the mediums, and then finish on the softs. Antonelli going medium first stint, so stopping a lot earlier, lap 19, then hards, then softs at the end. So we'll see how we go on that one. Uviewed, hello, buddy. How's it going? Yes, 1-2 for McLaren. Nice to see, but yeah, Lando mistake at the start cost him. Yeah, Lando was pretty scruffy, really, I felt, on Sunday. Was a little bit squirrely coming out of turn 1, obviously, in Spa. It's difficult, I think, because even if you're second coming out of turn 1 in Spa, it's such a long run, you know, through Eau Rouge and then up the hill all the way up to that next turn, and you just such a slipstream. And Piastri took the lead, but then yeah, when Lando was trying to chase him down, just lots of minor mistakes from Lando, and Oscar just kept it cool and did the business. And yeah, I don't know, I just quite fancy Piastri for this championship now. I think Lando as well, mentally, I think the more it goes on, there's a deficit. I think he'll be in his own head thinking he might not be able to do it, and I just think Oscar is just so calm. He's certainly my favourite at the moment for the Drivers' Championship. GB, since I have no PC, decided to re-download F1 Manager on the console. I have my Red Bull Hajar Yuki. Nice stuff, buddy, nice stuff. Right, let's not delay then. Let's get this one underway. Antonelli starts P3, Colapinto P8. Let's see how we go in Singapore.
Checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
And as with real life, it's a McLaren on pole here today.
This is it, the Singapore Grand Prix.
Well, let's see how we go.
And it's lights out.
As we get underway, then it's Oscar Piastri, the man we're talking about, gets us underway. Antonelli starts P3, but he's got a Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton, whom he's going to pass into P2. Antonelli, a great start there. And we'll be quite defensive here.
Try to stay ahead.
Colapinto stays where he started, P8, but Antonelli's made the jump on the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton to get into P2. And a lot of soft towards the back end of the grid. Lando Norris has started from the pit lane, so there's a 30-point gap from Norris, who leads the Drivers' Championship, to Piastri in second, but Norris had an issue in qualifying, so he's opted to start from the pit lane. So Piastri got a great chance to make a dent into Norris's championship lead here today. But yeah, we're looking at tyres there. Yeah, everyone from 14th, Gasly, down to Norris, all on the softs. Piastri on softs, Antonelli, Hamilton, Verstappen, Alonso medium, Sainz soft, Leclerc medium. Only one on the hard tyre. Ourselves in Franco Colapinto. Do you use the in-game customization or mods only? I'm using a bit of both, to be honest with you. Using a little bit of both. I'm very critical of the sprint races, have been for a while, unless they race the opposite way round from the main way. Yeah, that sprint was just... The sprint was terrible. Maserati, highest running Ferrari powered car. Yes, indeed, G-Viewed. Seems to be a regular occurrence at the moment. Right, what do we got tyre life? We can push these tyres a little bit. Hamilton's been absolutely left there, but he isn't pushing his tyres, to be fair. And Colapinto is getting past the other Ferrari.
Heading down the straight, they decide to give it a go. Up that takes them to 7th place.
So lovely move on Leclerc. One stopping Colapinto is lurking at first. No, both drivers are on a 2-stop. Colapinto starts on the hards, but he's just going a lot longer on this first stint. Lap 27, Antonelli lap 19. Right, let's settle in with Kimi.
Cool down a bit more your tires.
And Leclerc's got DRS straight on the back of Colapinto to try and reclaim that position. We're not going to let him have it, though. Oh, dear. Verstappen and Hamilton are out of the race. It's 2021 all over again. What has happened here? There's been a big shot. I bet one of them's clipped the inside wall. Oh, yeah. Hamilton squeeze, clips the inside wall, and then goes into Verstappen.
Sake, man.
And that is the end of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. It's so early on, there's not much point changing the strategy. Let's just check. There is not due to be any weather here today, so fine on that. Right, so we're going to restart in P2 and P7. Yeah, we'll keep Colapinto on the hard. We have got a fresh medium from Antonelli, though, so we might as well just swap over to that. Wow, so Verstappen and Hamilton, two big players out of this already. It's strange to see Red Bull with no drums and a ground team principle. Yeah, it's slightly odd to see no Horner, though. It's going to take a while to get used to that. Here we go again, then. But this time, Colapinto is up to P5. Antonelli, P2. And we've got Fernando Alonso challenging us on the outside. Can we keep in here? Colapinto is a bit on the outside there, but he's going to claim a position on Sainz as Antonelli just about holds on to P2. And this has messed all our strategy up now with Antonelli, so I have to have a look at that.
But this is what happened.
Let's have a look at Colapinto then.
Go into turn 4. There's the opening.
That's a bit of an illegal overtake, isn't it?
Closer and closer to that podium. Now in 4th place.
Right, let's just quickly, we just quickly need to edit this strategy again now. That's what we want. So. Probably go for something like this now. Yeah, let's go for that then. Right, so Kimi now lap 25, so it's extended his first stop by about 6 laps there. But you're jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, do smash that like button, super appreciated, really helps me out. Piastri leads the race, but Hamilton crashing into the wall and collecting Verstappen takes them both out of this race. And who knows, there could be even more drama to come in this one. Colapinto is having a go at Fernando Alonso. Can he make this work and move ourselves into P2 and P3? It's looking pretty good. Don't think there's any DRS though, because it's effectively lap 1 of the restart. Colapinto started P8, he now finds himself in P3. Alonso's on the mediums. got to be wary of the tyres of Colapinto, but he should have a little bit of tyre life there. Got another yellow flag. Don't think that is Antonelli. I think that's going to be Kick Sauber then. No, it's actually Danny Rick and the Mercedes. Oh, the Honey Badger lights up the rears.
Okay. Alrighty.
Fernando Alonso in this game as a race is more alive and everything than he was in the real F1 race this past weekend. Yeah, I feel like Fernando Alonso's checked out now till 2026, hasn't he, in that Aston Martin? Oh, you viewed with a super sticker, buddy. You're always too kind. Thank you so much. Super appreciated, buddy. Piastri's kind of checking out up front here. What did Piastri go on? He's just on the soft still.
Try to pull down as much as possible.
Copy.
Right. I think Fernando Alonso's got a great chance to get back past us here. But no. Colapinto is on the hards, of course, so Alonso will want to be trying to get past him. Although Alonso maybe he's not really attacking that hard on those mediums yet. And it's now the time for Fernando Alonso. The fresh-faced rookie Fernando trying to make this work, but no, not quite. Yeah, let's get another helping of DRS though. Surely now for Fernando. And there he goes. He is going to make it through on Colapinto. Oscar, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. You're welcome. Thank you. Much appreciated, buddy. So, Antonelli settling into life in P2, but obviously Alonso's got clean air now, so he could probably close that gap pretty quickly. Leclerc, I think, kept the same mediums on. Colapinto, though, is not happy to give Alonso clean air at the moment. Still battling pretty hard with him. Colapinto can just fight Alonso and frustrate him. Antonelli will be happy with that. The big winner in that Verstappen-Hamilton retirement probably is Lando Norris. As I say, he leads the championship by 30 points over Piastri. He started from the pit lane, but there's a couple of cars that he would have struggled to catch up with. Not so much now, though. As I say, anything here in Singapore can happen, and we're already down to 20 drivers. At the moment, so far so good for Kimi Antonelli. It's got 2.5 seconds on Alonso. And we're hoping Alonso starts to use some of that tyre life now. Colapinto, DRS. Yeah, just got to keep Colapinto in this DRS now, really. Fastest lap back there from Lando Norris then. So what is Lando on? He's on softs. We're a bit slow out of that. We're going to be under pressure from Leclerc. No, we're okay. Yeah, so if I just quickly... This is as it stands. So if it finished as it did right now, with Lando not scoring, Oscar winning, the gap would be 5 points between the two McLaren drivers with 3 races to go. We'd like that very much. Unless Oscar crashes out of this race, he's definitely going to gain an advantage over Lando, you'd think. So it's going to get tight in that Drivers' Championship. Looked like Lando was going to easily walk away with it at some point. Not going to be the case now, though, which is nice. We do like a total decider, and we were lucky last year we got one between Max and George on the last race of the season, but Max didn't help himself by qualifying dead last in Brazil, so hopefully Oscar can take it to the last race of the season. Alonso closing within 2 seconds of Kimi Antonelli now. And he has got 5% tyre margin, so I think Alonso probably is going to bring the fight to Kimi at some point here. Yeah. Jose, thanks for sharing. Sandra, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. Let's say, if you're dropping in, if you haven't already, do smash that like button as we've got another yellow flag. And it's Carlos Sainz who is running wide just behind us, but he's okay there. Yeah, so although Alonso's gaining on Antonelli, it's kind of working for Colapinto, his teammate, because he can just... he's on the hard tyre, of course, so he can just stay within this. Alonso's not using a lot of tyre, is he, at all, though? Interesting. I don't know what that red flag is going to do to strategy, because Alonso's really not pushing those tyres at all. So, yeah, interesting. Teresa, thanks for the follow. Yo, how's it going? Well, lap 8, Piastri's literally got this one in the bag today, though. Of course, though, we might get other safety car red flag drama. Alonso's starting to slightly stretch his legs, I would say. Colapinto's nearly dropped out of that DRS, and we can't really afford that to happen, so I'm just going to attack on the tyres. GG, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well.
Copy.
So Colapinto due in lap 22. 27, sorry. I was going to say that's earlier. 27, Antonelli 25. Gabriella, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Yeah. Alonso definitely using a little bit more base now, or Colapinto struggling to stay with him. But yeah, Alonso's keeping his tyres nice. 87%. Fernando Alonso's tyres. So is Carlos Sainz. Mick Schumacher keeping his... So the medium runners are trying to look after their tyres. So are they trying to one-stop from here? Are they trying to go medium to hards from here, maybe? If they are, that's worrying, because Alonso is eating into Antonelli and he's not even pushing, so that would be a little bit of a worry for us.
Copy.
I have my own flavour of Red Bull team called Toro Rojo, it being Red Bull in Spanish. Yes, I remember you mentioning that one before, Uvid. I don't know what I'm going to do after this one, to be fair. Colapinto has lost that DRS on Fernando Alonso, so he's now going to be under a bit of pressure from young Charles Leclerc. Race pace slightly worrying at the moment, I'd say, for both drivers, because Alonso has arrived on Antonelli and he's got 7% tyre margin, so Alonso is looking pacey. That Aston Martin, to be fair, in qualifying looked really quick, so they've obviously made a step up. And Leclerc on the inside then of Franco. Can Franco fight it back? No, he can't. Shakira, thanks for the follow. Is this live? It's not. It's F1 Manager 24, so it's not Formula 1. But it is live in that fact. Right, Colapinto has DRS straight back on Leclerc here. And Carlos Sainz is getting interested as well. Oh, that's where Hamilton clipped the wall. And I thought for a moment Leclerc was going to do the same. Alonso is all over the gearbox of Antonelli now as well. He's got 8%. Alonso is looking after his tyres, which in a way would be a good thing if we were building a gap. But Alonso's looking after his tyres and gaining on us. So, yeah, our battle is going to be from behind, not in front, unfortunately, today. You can borrow that idea, Clayfo, if you like. Bit of Spanish flair, yes, may well do. Sounds like a job for Carlos Sainz in there. He was a Red Bull Junior after all.
tires update.
Yeah, so we're not nailed on for a podium here today. It's Fernando Alonso. How Fernando's running at the moment, he might even have enough to take the fight to Oscar Piastri. He's going to get past Antonelli. I don't think there's much we can do about Fernando. Fernando's just younger and hungrier. Rookie of the Year contender, surely there. Yeah, Colapinto trying to hold on to Leclerc. So Leclerc's on the mediums, but he's around about the same tyre life as Antonelli. And in fact, they're exactly the same now. So Sainz as well has kept his mediums good. I think some of these are going to one-stop, but I say that would be fine if they're one-stopper and we're building a gap, but they're gaining on us. So race pace not looking good at the minute. The only thing we can hope is they've burnt a lot more fuel and they've got to recoup some fuel later on, and we're running quite heavy at the moment. Colapinto just barely holding on to Leclerc. Fernando Avado, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well, much appreciated. Yeah, smooth operator is a shoe-in for that if that happens. Fernando and Carlos, that would be the Spanish Dream Team. I don't know if that works for a Red Bull Junior team quite though. Although Fernando is a rookie, though, I do forget about that, so maybe it does work. Lawson's carrying some sort of issue here. I think he started the race with it. It is a gearbox issue for Liam Lawson. Norris is only, well, I say only, he's got himself up to 17th. He's made 3 overtakes and he's bogged down. Norris will probably make some positions in the pit stops when he's got some clean air, but he's just in that sort of DRS train at the moment. And as I say, we're going all the way to lap 27 with Franco, lap 25 of Antonelli. The grid, tight, isn't it, this grid? What's the pit loss here? Pit loss 28, 29 seconds. That would put Antonelli around 34. So Antonelli would come out dead last. We're not pitting now, but if he did, by about 3-4 seconds. The grid is tightly congested here, so that's in favour of Lando on his battle to try and get back to points today. But Piastri, he's just having a lovely time out front. As does Oscar, as he does in real life, just chilling out really. At the front there is Oscar. Alright, Antonelli. Got close to Fernando there, he's dropped back a bit again. Yeah, Alonso's continuing to increase his tyre delta on us. Leclerc started to save a bit as well. I think we're pitting an extra time than most of the grid here. And I'm slightly worried that that's not going to be the right strategy, but we'll see. But I must say, I hope these 2026 cars are going to be improvement. I saw some people saying, oh, it's a good job Spa is going to, you know, alternate years, but it's not Spa. How many tracks are we saying that about? Oh, this track is useless, they can't overtake it. It's not the tracks, it's the cars. Spa is a great track, it's always had overtaking. Has overtaking in other series. It's quite funny because this iteration of the technical regulations was meant to reduce dirty air so cars could follow a lot closer. Seems like no one speaks about that now. Or maybe they can follow closer, but it just hasn't improved overtaking. It's been awful, these regs, to be fair. And this year especially, it's been a bit of a shocker so far. So yeah, hopefully 2026... we're going to see a lot more cars being able to overtake. Obviously, the car's getting a little bit smaller, but I do say a little bit. People seem to be getting hung up about them being smaller, but it's not by much in honesty. But move in the right direction. Colapinto just lost out to Carlos Sainz there. So he's lost another position. So he's slowly going backwards here. He did start P8, so his qualifying pace was P8. So yeah, Colapinto's qualifying pace was around P8, so probably no surprise to see him going backwards. But it's a shame, obviously, when we can smell a bit of a double podium. I'm not sure Antonelli can even hold on to the podium today, though, because, yeah, Leclerc's gaining tyre life all the time. It looks like we've just dropped out of that DRS again. The man from Barbados, say Maloney, is or was a Red Bull man, would be good. Wasser would be another good one, but could always have one smash drive there. Yes, indeed. So Piastri leads by 6 seconds. Alonso has kind of kept that, but Piastri's going to have to pit a lot earlier than Alonso. So who knows? Alonso might have a chance to fight him later on. Yeah, Colapinto's now 2.2. He's just not got the pace, unfortunately, Franco. I think once he gets to P7, that might be his race, because Mick Schumacher's 5 seconds back. Lawson's got a gearbox issue. And here comes Sergio Perez in the Mercedes on the inside. He's going to have to wait a little while longer, I think. Right, let's use a bit of this battery as well.
Full overtake available.
Copy.
And Perez has squeezed past. So yeah, Colapinto now P7. And that might be his maximum today.
Let's see what happened there. Now this is Sergio Perez. It's certainly inviting.
There we go. Perez claims P6. Colapinto down to P7. Started P8. Is this a game? It is a game. It's F1 Manager 24. So yeah, Mick Schumacher is 4 seconds off him. So hopefully we don't get in the clutches of Mick. Might be a bit of a lonely race from Colapinto now. We'll wait and see on that one. But Leclerc, Sainz and co are trying to get Antonelli in their clutches now. And unfortunately, it just doesn't look like we've got the race pace. Is this real? It is not real. It is F1 Manager 24. But yeah, jumping into the stream, if you haven't done it already, do me a massive favour and smash that like button. Super appreciated. As I say, really helps me out. Desperately trying to get Antonelli back into this DRS. Alonso's built 16% tyre margin. Leclerc can't even live with that, really. He's or Sainz, so yeah, Alonso, you know, might have a little outside chance today of taking it to Piastri. Norris is up to 15th. So I think, as I say, Norris, what are the tyres? Who's going to be the first in? Probably Perez in the Mercedes, to be fair. Yeah, I think Perez in the Mercedes probably going to be the first one in. Lawson's getting past Mick Schumacher behind Colapinto. This is the fight going on. Oh, and that is the wall that Lewis Hamilton clipped and took out Max Verstappen. That is why Verstappen and Hamilton are not in this race anymore. But whilst they're battling, they're falling behind Colapinto. So as I say, Colapinto might have a little bit of a lonely race here in P7. Can Antonelli hold on to P3? At the moment, it's unlikely. Sainz's pace is a surprise in that Williams. He has been a lot better in that Williams than Albon in this season, but yeah, he's got 11% margin on us. I guess the only thing is, if they are one-stopping from here, once we pit, we should have a lot more pace on them. So let's wait and see. It's just when we're on a same tyre delta, we haven't got the pace of them, which, especially with Sainz, I would think that we would have a little bit more pace on him. But is Leclerc going to make the move here? No, he's not. Alonso, yes indeed, Fernando Alonso, P2, and he's actually closing on Piastri. It was about 5.8 seconds, now 4.6. Antonelli's going to have to come in a lap or two early here. He was trying to get into lap 25. He can go standard on those hards, so he's got a bit of tyre margin.
Copy.
Here comes Leclerc. And he's through on the inside. Antonelli, not too much he could do there. I'm new to F1 for the race. This is F1 Manager, so it's not actual F1.
Behind now.
But yeah, Formula 1 only race on weekends. The next one being this weekend. "44 years today." Alonso can't be 44, he's a rookie.
Keep focus on our
He must be
race.
22 twice.
Car behind is Sainz.
I am trying.
Antonelli's trying. He's trying out there. He's P4 now, Antonelli. Started P3. Went up to P2 from the start. Can we fight for a podium? Stroll is now in P8. He's down to 46%. Perez is going to have to pit soon. But Stroll is sort of dragging that group towards us, which isn't great. Colapinto title life here. He's just got to stay on standard, really. Might come back at Perez here, though. Antonelli's kept DRS on Leclerc. So he's staying in there just about. But yes, Sainz is my concern. He's doing a good job in there for Williams today. It's Carlos Sainz. And interesting, in the chat, what do we make of Carlos Sainz this year? I'm really happy for Albon because I might have said this on stream before. I had a chat with one of my friends who watched Formula 1 as well. And I felt like Albon had been kind of just forgotten about at Williams when all the hype was about Sainz. And yeah, I really rate Albon. And yes, he's been at Williams a lot longer, so he's a lot more comfortable in the team. But I think he's been doing a really good job there this year and showing his class against Carlos Sainz. I think it'll probably be a truer test next year when Sainz obviously had a year in the team. They've both got a new car to work with. But I think Albon's been solid this year. What's really frustrating is Stroll has got some pace in that Aston, but he's dragging Mick Schumacher with him. And this is the DRS train effect. Because if Mick gets in our DRS, which if they continue, he's likely to, let's face it. Because they've closed, which was 4 seconds, to 1.4 in about a lap and a half. So Stroll is going to be arriving on Colapinto shortly.
Level of management on tires.
Okay, copy.
So yeah, it's getting worse for Colapinto. We thought he might have a lonely race in 7th. He might be fighting below that at this rate. Blanca, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Yeah, Stroll's going to be in DRS by the end of this lap. And that means Mick Schumacher's going to be in DRS by the end of this lap. Right, what are we saying here then? Antonelli. Yeah, Sainz has just dropped out of the DRS here, has he? We're now approaching a DRS zone. Sainz will be trying his hardest to get that DRS back. He's near enough there. Did Sainz have DRS? No, he didn't. So this could hurt Sainz. If he starts to drop out of the DRS, he could become detached. And this is the effect of DRS, and we're just staying with Leclerc as the race leader. Oscar Piastri pits. Now, what will be interesting is the grid is quite tightly bunched still here after 19 races, 19 laps. Not 19 races, we've had 16 races, including this one today. But yeah, Piastri, you can see he's not even boxed yet, and he's already down to P5, so... Perez in as well. So yeah, Piastri, you can see how tightly bunched the grid is because he was leading by, what, 3-4 seconds, but he's going to come out as Norris, his teammate, pits the same lap. It's going to come out in front of Danny Rick. So Piastri goes from 1st to 12th. He is the net leader, of course, but it looks like he's on a 2-stopper. And Alonso's on a 1-stopper. He's got to be. Antonelli, we're not going to make lap 25. Probably going to have to come in a couple of laps' time. Sophie, thanks for the follow. Singapore is October 5th this year. Yes, indeed. This is not the Formula 1 Singapore Grand Prix, but it is Singapore in F1 Manager. A little out of sorts, but car suits Albon more this season. Yeah, definitely. As I say, I think you've got to judge them next year because it'll be basically a new car for both of them. But I do think Albon's a very, very good driver. And I think even when you look back at his time at Red Bull, it wasn't awful compared to what we've seen up there since Albon. Galvisk. I look like you say want to sign Lance Stroll. Oh, you're breaking up there, Yuvi. You're breaking up. Luckily, Stroll's dropped 3 seconds back, so his tyre's about to jump off the cliff. That's a bit harsh. They're about to fall off the cliff. But maybe the tyres on Stroll do feel like jumping off the cliff if they're on his car. Surely he's going to pit as Mick Schumacher gets back at him. And yes, Stroll does pit. So Stroll and Gasly in. Antonelli 36%. I think we'll go next lap. We'll change that to this lap if we drop out of Leclerc's DRS. So
Box.
Alonso leads. And I guess that is a net lead because Piastri has got to stop again. And so has Alonso. I think that's how it's working out. So Piastri's got some work to do. Obviously, these are going to get out of the way at some point. The pit stops are a little bit of a false reading because this is some of them stopping under the red flag. But yeah, most of these... In fact, yeah, all of these in front of Piastri will pit. But yeah, I think he's on a net pit stop with Fernando now. So Fernando might be in the running to win this race today. And at the moment, we're fighting for a top 4 or 5 finish. I can't remember how far Perez was back behind this group. But we've got to try and get out in front of Perez, basically. All right, let's balance out this fuel now.
We need some lift off.
All right, basically a third way through this Grand Prix. And we're going to be pitting now, the end of this lap. And I think it was a 28 stop, so 33. We should clear Perez by a couple of seconds. That's what we're hoping. That's going to be critical. Pit crew are going to have to do their job now. It's got a yellow flag.
And we've had a crash on track.
Ocon has crashed. I don't think it's changed into a virtual or full safety car. What's happened to Ocon in the Haas here? He's going to drive himself into the barrier. Yeah.
Honestly. Oh.
So that's not going to change to a virtual or a full safety car. Oh, we just lost DRS as well, so Sainz might actually get past us here, but it doesn't really matter because we're about to come into the pits. What's going on there then? What? Why is Antonelli just parked on the corner there? What is Kimi Antonelli doing there? We're not going to get a replay of that either. We're going to be in big trouble there. We lost about 2-3 seconds, and that's going to be Perez all over us here, isn't it? Oh. I have no idea what happened there. We need a quick stop either way. 2.1. It is a quick stop.
Will be clear going out.
There's Perez. There's Antonelli. He's going to be behind Perez. Whatever happened there has cost us. Big time. That's highly frustrating. He just parked on the curb for some reason. Don't quite know what happened there. Alonso
Stroll
P1.
behind.
Yes, Alonso is P1. He's going to be in a fight with Piastri today. Alonso is actually fighting for the win, I believe. And he looks good for at least P2, you'd have to say. But Colapinto, that's wrecked his race. Antonelli, sorry. Not Colapinto. Colapinto yet to stop. I've got Behrman, who's still out here, and he's now in the way. Barbill, thanks for the follow. And C, thanks for the follow. Hope you're both well. Yeah, if we didn't have that problem there, with whatever happened with Sainz, we would have been, yeah, good 2-3 seconds clear of Perez and Behrman.
Okay.
Clean air. Would have been a different story, but now we're just hampered all the way through now. Need to try and get Ollie Behrman here. Behrman's yet to stop. He's going to be holding us up all the time here.
Tires are okay.
And unfortunately, Behrman still picked up DRS off Perez. He won't have it next time round. Good luck, thank you. Antonelli, he's getting frustrated.
Okay.
Stuck behind Ollie Behrman, who's yet to start. Surely now Antonelli can get this done. Well, it's getting very tight through there. But there we go. Finally, Antonelli is through. But yeah, Perez has managed to pull 2.5 seconds on him now. You need Papa Stroll's money to replace his broken equipment that he smashed if you sign him. Yeah. Well, if Lawrence Stroll is part of the package, I might go for it. Right. Mick Schumacher has arrived on Colapinto. I don't know what's going on in this race. Why is Mick Schumacher with pure pace on Colapinto in an RB? What is going on today? I don't know. But Mick Schumacher, the first driver we ever had in F1 Manager 24 with Team Lotus, with Danny Rick. Is he coming back to haunt us today, finally? As he's got DRS on Franco Colapinto. Verstappen and Hamilton out, what do they do? Hamilton clipped the wall and then took Verstappen out. Collected him on the way out. Alright, when's Colapinto due to start? Lap 27. So we're near enough there. When's Mick gonna stop? Might just come in a lap earlier with Franco. Try and get the undercut on Mick, because I really don't want to be fighting Mick Schumacher for this race. Yeah, I have no idea where we're going to end up here. We could be fighting for 10th, 9th and 10th at this rate. We've had a bit of glory recently, fighting for getting wins and podiums. Maybe it's going to go the other way today, because our race pace today not looking that great. And we're talking about Lance Stroll. He's back behind Antonelli again after that first round of pit stops. I'm on mute. Colapinto then is in. So this hopefully will undercut Mick Schumacher. We're not fighting Mick for the rest of this evening. 2 second stop. Hello. Nearly under 2 seconds. That'll be the first time if we got under 2 seconds, I believe, in this Maserati series. There's K-Mac. Oh, hello. Oh, and there's going to be a virtual just when Colapinto had stopped. How's your luck?
Something's happened.
We've had luck
Looks
in the
like
last few
Alpine.
races, not today.
Now we can see
Teo
what
Porcher in
happened.
the Alpine has binned
But
it.
here we are following the Alpine.
Oh, that's a massive impact
And
into
makes
two
contact
walls.
with the wall. That will have knocked their confidence.
And it's a virtual. We just miss out on that with Franco. And there's nothing we can really do here because it's too early for everyone else. Here we go, look. Massive crash that is.
And you can just feel...
Oh, that's unlucky. We just miss out on that. What did Norris do? Norris started from the pit lane. So he's actually doing quite well now in P10. Eva,
Okay,
Dylan, thanks for the follows. Much appreciated. Are you on TikTok or also Twitch? Oh, we're on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. The YouTube channel is in the bio here on TikTok, or you can search me on Twitch as well.
Yeah, all okay, confirm with the driver.
Colapinto out in 15th. Behrman's still to stop. I don't know why he hasn't stopped. Surely he's just not made it round yet. But let's get this virtual to come to a close. Yeah, Lando on merit now in the top 10. He's going to be on Antonelli pretty quickly. So yeah, I don't think there's much chance of Antonelli getting a podium here today, unfortunately. Unless we get some more drama, of course. That is now 3 cars out of the race. And Lawson, of course, has got a pretty major gearbox issue now, so Lawson may not make it to the end of this one. But yeah, we now have Hamilton, Verstappen, Teo Porcher all out of this race. Antonelli, Leclerc has stopped. So that, and he's gone on the soft, so maybe he's doing a 2-stop. Did he then pit under the virtual? I missed that. Fernando didn't, which is a surprise as well. As Behrman's pitting, and he's got a mechanical fault. Soren, Robert, and Eduardo, thanks for the follow. I'm doing my race as well. Good stuff. How did I get Brian? Brian's there and available with the 2025 mod at least. I don't know if he's in the game before that. Maybe it's the 2025 mod if he's not there before that. Right, Colapinto on K-Mag. Got to be a bit wary. K-Mag, and there he goes up the curb, but he stays on the track, K-Mag. It's K-Mag on. He's on 82% medium, so I think this is going to be hard work all the way around here now. Antonelli, yeah, it's now Norris behind him, so that's going to be a bit of a struggle. He's not there, which was confused. Okay, so yeah, probably with the on PC then. If you play on PC, you can get the 2025 mod. So I'm sure the those that make that mod, the great people, have probably put Brian Bozzi into the game. That's why he's available. But he doesn't have voice lines, I believe, which is unfortunate. Why Lawson and Sainz pitting now the virtuals ended? That doesn't make too much sense. Mick Schumacher's horning you. He'll go on and win the race. Future prediction. Could you imagine the scenes? Mick Schumacher win. That would be pretty legendary.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Right, so Sainz, as Colapinto sets the fast lap of the race, Sainz and Lawson have stopped. So that's promoted Antonelli to P6. Colapinto now P12. He's chasing down Albon. But K-Mag's staying with him. As I say, DRS so hard to shake around here. Mick Schumacher is on the podium as we speak, but he has got to pit shortly, so that's going to be short-lived. But go on, Mick, son. J Felix, thanks for the follow. Julio, thanks for the follow. Your prediction for Hungarian GP? I can't really look beyond the 2 McLarens and Max, but I've got a feeling that Red Bull will set that car up pretty well around there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a McLaren fan, but I've got a feeling Max is going to come out on top in Hungary. Sorry, just work out what happened to Verstappen and Hamilton. Hamilton clipped the wall and then took Verstappen out as Fernando Alonso is into the pits. can he win this race day as Mick Schumacher is into the pits as well? Is Leclerc going to undercut him? Yes, he is. And, yeah, Alonso, it's not working out too well, is it? Because actually Antonelli's back ahead of him as well. Piastri's got a 21-second lead now. So it's looking pretty good with Piastri, even if they are both stopping again. And Mick Schumacher was in third. And he's now 15th after his pit stop. Antonelli, good news, back up to the top 4 for us Maserati. But he is going to be challenged from Alonso and Norris behind him shortly. So, yeah, looks like we're fighting for top 5, top 6. Where's Sainz now? He's stopped. Sainz has got a bit bogged down after that first stop. So, yeah, I personally feel Alonso and Norris probably going to get past Antonelli, but we might be able to fight Perez later in this race. So, yeah, possibly a top 5 finish for Antonelli still available. Colapinto is now on Alex Albon. Talking about Albon earlier, can we get past him? G. Janssen, Lou, thanks for the follows. And if you're in the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. Super appreciate it, really helps me out. And we talked about Liam Lawson might have to retire.
Oh, no.
And I think this is the moment.
To me, not much that they could do.
Liam Lawson is going to become the 4th retiree of this race, as his gearbox issue is terminal. How are we close enough to Albon here? It's 3 tenths here. DRS with Colapinto. DRS, is he going to send it? No, he's not. But Lawson is going to peel away into the bits. Here comes Liam Lawson. He is out. Both Red Bulls out. Max Verstappen out early doors. And now Lawson with a gearbox issue. Red Bull score no points today. But back on board then with Franco Colapinto. That Williams looking set up pretty quick in a straight line. But can Franco get it done now? Yes, he can. But again, as always, the big problem is trying to keep ahead. But we've got to keep ahead through here first of all. And we do, but again, Albon's got a good chance of staying in that DRS. Soren, thanks for the follow on Twitch, much appreciated. Sorry if I've butchered that one, buddy. Part of me wants to see an Aston Martin win in real life with Adrian Newey. Let's set them up well. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, Aston Martin next year with Newey designing that 2026 car, isn't it? But it looks odds on that Max will stay with Red Bull now.
You're doing a good job.
And Antonelli, well, we weren't even concentrating on Antonelli, but he has just caught up with Sergio Perez. And not only caught up with Sergio, he's around the outside, gives him inside. And there we go.
Yes, let's go.
Kimi enjoyed that one. And he's into P3, but as I say, his fight is coming from behind. So I'm following on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. And yeah, if you're not watching this on YouTube, do head over to my profile on the respective channels, on TikTok or Twitch, and you'll find the YouTube channel there. And we have the whole series over on YouTube, so not just live streams, episodes as well. So do go over there and subscribe. Gilbert, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so this is the thing. We've got past Albon and Perez, but look, they can just stay with us in the DRS. You just kind of drag cars around on this track. It's one of the big problems with F1 Manager, especially F1 Manager 24, is just DRS trains, basically. Right, just bear with me 2 seconds. Right, we are back. Getting the aircon on because it is getting hot. Maya, Alessa, thanks for the follow. Mabel, thanks for the follow. Nice. So look at the full season, more exciting than the Spa race on Sunday. Yeah, Spa was a poor weekend for racing, unfortunately. Yeah, so Antonelli's still got Perez on his gearbox, and Colapinto's still got Albon, but they are getting closely to Where has Gasly come from, can I ask? Gasly's into P9 in an Alpine. Alpine only scored 3 points all season, and Gasly's currently scoring 2 points if it stays like this. When are we due to stop here? Lap 45 now of Antonelli, lap 47 with Colapinto. Albon's softs will die out. Yeah, Sainz has been kind of hurt by that first stop, hasn't he? Because he's now down in P8. He was in this top 5 prior to that. Max, I thought it would have gone to Merc, but oh well. Yeah, it was looking very likely. I thought Max was odds on, but yeah, with Horner going now, it just seems like that's kind of been a deal made to say, look. Although I do feel like that's slightly odd, as good as Max is, but to take a driver over staff seems an odd decision, but there we go. Rivio, thanks for the gift, much appreciated, buddy. Della, thanks for the follow. Spa is the best track, but it's more boring than Monaco. Yeah, it just wasn't great. As I say, the cars need to change, and they are changing in 26, so let's hope that promotes better racing. But yeah, you can see the effects of DRS here, because we were, what, 3 seconds behind Gasly. We're now 1.4, but Albon is being dragged there with us, and he wasn't closing on Gasly before that, so interesting. But it looks like we have just broken that DRS now to Albon. And as we do, we're going to arrive on Pierre Gasly. How's Antonelli doing? Hasn't shaken off Sergio Perez. Perez has absolutely abused those tyres on his second stint here, down to 47%. And Alonso and Norris are still coming at him. And in turn, Antonelli. So Piastri still has a 20-second lead. So Oscar looking good for the win. And Colapinto hasn't quite shaken the DRS of Albon. He hasn't quite got in the DRS of Gasly. So let's try and use a bit of battery to help him out there.
Yeah, now priority 1 is the lift off.
Copy.
Class, thanks for the follow. Right, we have now dropped Albon out of the DRS, and we are very much on to Pierre Gasly. Not much battery now to play with, though. But it looks like we're going to get past the Frenchman on the outside. Not quite. Gasly fighting it well. And we need to do a bit of top-up. We've used a bit too much battery there.
Copy.
This time Colapinto wasn't expecting to go for that, but he has gone for it. Here Gasly is fighting for this like his life depends on it. He's kept us at bay again. Colapinto losing a bit of time here. Surely this time you get a good dose of DRS on this straight. That's going to be a lunge and a half though from there. But he's going to get it done. Good stuff from Franco, but can he keep Gasly at bay? That's the next question. Antonelli getting revenge on Merc for dropping. Yes, indeed. Wrestling Hero died in 24th. Got about when I was on 22nd. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we lost a couple of good ones, didn't we, last week? Hulkamania. Used to love a bit of Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior back in the day. Macho Man, Mr. Perfect. Sid Vicious. Jake the Snake. Oh, good old days. Right, yeah, Gasly's going to have DRS on us. Antonelli still hasn't got rid of Perez. Perez strategy not the best. No, Asfiri, thanks for the follow. Where's Verstappen? He's out. Yes, correct. There's an echo. There shouldn't be an echo. Hopefully not. But let me know in the chat if you're experiencing an echo, because I'll have to check that out post-stream, but there shouldn't be. Piastri is killing it. He is indeed. He's absolutely dominating. And he's on net tyre life. So Piastri is going to dominate this race and be victorious unless there's a safety car or a red flag. Nice fight, Isabel. Thanks for the follow. Both RB drivers are out. Yes, Hamilton clipped the wall. Then he took Verstappen out with him, and Lawson had to retire with a gearbox issue. Steve, thanks for the follow. And as always, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Super appreciated. It really helps me out. And if you're not already, do follow or subscribe to the channel. Gasly just about holding on to the DRS, but that might be the last time he gets it. And Perez has just lost the DRS here. It'd be nice for him to keep Alonso at bay for a couple of corners. Is Alonso going to stop again? I don't think he is, but I think Piastri and Norris are. So Alonso might... I don't think he would lead the race. Don't know, but we need... Yeah, Perez just to do this. Hold Alonso up for a couple of corners. Give Antonelli every chance here. Going to lap 45 of Antonelli. Here Gasly is still hanging on to Colapinto. Both Red Bulls out hard, yes, both Red Bulls are out. Missed a lot. Why did Lawson get promoted to Red Bull again? Is it a new seat? This is, in this universe, an F1 manager, he replaced Yuki Tsunoda in 2026. Yeah, we can't shake Gasly, can we? That's just not happening. What's Sainz tyre life? Sainz is going to the end as well. Where's Colapinto going to finish in all of this? Alonso has cleared Perez, so is Norris, and yeah, Alonso's going to be straight on the back of Antonelli. Norris, I think, as Perez pits. Yeah, Norris might put on the soft at the end, I guess. So Colapinto should be up to P8 here. As we've finally dropped Gasly out of our DRS. I didn't see what went on Perez's car there. No sleep, thanks for the follow. Why is Verstappen out? Lewis Hamilton clipped the wall and took Verstappen out with him. Perez on the mediums. Perez on the mediums till the end. Right, we'll forward on a bit because Colapinto lap 47, Antonelli lap 45. And we're not really fighting at the moment. We have got Alonso coming up to Kimi, but we're not fighting Alonso. Let's be realistic. He's, yeah, he's got much better tyres. So Alonso's going to get past Antonelli. And yeah, we've got a chance for a top 5. It depends. I don't think we're fighting Alonso or Norris. It really depends on Sainz, who I don't think is going to stop again. It's whether we can stop and get back up to Sainz and overtake him, really, I think, here. Colapinto's not really closing in. So Colapinto looks nailed on for P8 or P9. Depends what happens with Perez, as Alonso did get past Antonelli, but Antonelli's got him straight back. So what did I say? Lap 47 and lap 45. Hulkenberg's into the pits. Got another 5 laps, then we'll jump back on board for our pit stops, unless something happens before then. Joey, I love this game. Good stuff. Little Mucktree, Laurie, Joey, thanks for the follows. Hope you're all well. Piastri's loving life out there. As we've got a yellow flag, got multiple cars have crashed. I think that's Hulkenberg and Ocon. Is it going to change to any more than a yellow flag here? It's not Hulkenberg and Ocon at all. It's Pierre Gasly. And is that the menace Mick Schumacher? Oh, that's... Gasly was having a good race till then.
And it
No,
seems like
it was
Hulkenberg's had a
K-Mag.
bit of trouble.
Hulkenberg did crash as well, though. I thought I saw something with Hulkenberg. It was K-Mag there with Gasly. And at the same time, Hulkenberg's had a lock-up and he's going to drive into the barrier. Nice stuff, Nico. Don't think Gasly or Magnussen got damage from that. Ricciardo's into the pits. He's having a bit of a poor race. Antonelli's still holding off Alonso somehow. Sam and E, thanks for the follows. Hope you're both doing well. K-Mac gets a penalty for that collision with Pierre Gasly then. Is Alonso finally going to get past? No, he's not. Ricciardo seems to have been in the pit for a lifetime here. It's finally coming out. Colapinto is getting close to Stroll here. And close to Carlos Sainz. And Fernando Alonso finally has got that move done. Right, let's forward on to these pit stops then.
Do your best, man.
So I don't think we're really fighting Alonso or Norris. Where's Russell? Mercedes. He won the World Championship in 2025 with Mercedes, and Mercedes rewarded him by not giving him a drive this year. So no George Russell on the grid. As Leclerc pits. Leclerc into the pits. Colapinto did get close to Stroll, but that's dropped off a bit now. We kind of do need to get to lap 45 here. I think we've got a back marker here, haven't we? Yeah, Ocon is holding up Alonso terribly here. Is he now going to get in our way? Because that will cause us major issues. Yes, it will. That's going to lose us the DRS on Alonso. Venus, thanks for the follow. Which F1 managers? F1 Manager 24, but we've got the 2025 mod on it available on PC. I will get DRS off the back marker, but that's going to put us under a lot of pressure from Lando Norris. As Piastri, the race leader, is into the pits. But I think he's got enough of a gap to pit and come out in first place still. Absolute dominance from Oscar Piastri. Alonso is going to the end, but don't think he's even going to be ahead of Piastri, is he? We lost 6 seconds there to... Oh, no, it's just glitching out a bit. Is Norris going to get past Antonelli? No. Did Alonso get Piastri? No. So Piastri stops and keeps the lead.
Try to pull down as much as possible.
Right, I'm going to go next lap here. Lando Norris will get past Antonelli here. Stroll is into the pit, so Colapinto's up to P6. Lando's going to get past Antonelli. But we're going to be boxing at the end of the next lap. Tyres will be right on the cliff at that point, but it's fine. Lando's still not able to get past us, though. And Leclerc is past Colapinto. Leclerc stopped. He's not in a fight with Colapinto. So Leclerc coming back through after his final stop. And there we go on the outside. Better traction on fresh rubber. Coming to the end of our tyre life with Franco. Nick, thanks for the follow. Right, here comes Antonelli then. Final stop of the day. Where will he come out in this? I'm guessing Perez is going to get the undercut on him here. And he'll be out ahead of Albon. We had a 2 second, well, flat 2 second stop earlier. 2.3, that's more like our usual stuff. But yeah, Perez has cleared
Be
us.
clear going out.
We should be pretty clear of Albon then. See, 2.4 seconds off yet.
In front,
So
you
we
have
should be
Perez.
fine there. Right, where Colapinto need to come in? Probably end of this lap, to be
Albon
honest with you.
behind.
Nick and Tess, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. If you're jumping in, you're watching the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. Right, we've got 16 laps to go. Colapinto, we're going to get in now. So this is Colapinto's final stop of the day. So Antonelli's teammate will jump him, then we'll have a look where we're at. Camera angle should change shortly. You'll be able to see us coming into the pit. Here we go. Let's change this one a little bit better. 2.083 again. Another good stop from us. It looks like the almighty Mick Schumacher's going to be past us in that RB. What about his teammate? No, we should be ahead of K-Mag. Yeah, so we're in a bit of an RB sandwich. Right, let's weigh this up then. Antonelli's got Stroll behind him, but we should be comfortable on that. We're 9.6 behind... Yeah, we're nearly 10 seconds behind Perez. Wow, that's going to be hard work. Might be P7 here, you know. Oh, Norris got to pit. Norris got to pit, so... We'll jump Norris, but he'll be quick at the end.
That's okay.
Yeah, looks like P6 or P7 for Antonelli at the moment.
All good on tires at the moment.
Colapinto, I've got to hope he can get Mick and Albon, maybe Stroll. So Colapinto could get as high as 8, I think, here. Is this real? It's not real. No. Could spec. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, if you're jumping in for the first time, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. It's our Maserati F1 Manager series. And the regulars will know we watch most of the track action. Whilst we've got a couple of gaps here, we will forward on, but keep the chat coming. As Antonelli setting the fastest lap of the race. He's a long way back. We'll keep monitoring this though. Colapinto's going to get Mick Schumacher as Piastri takes that fastest lap. Alright, Franco has arrived on Mick Schumacher. We're seeing a lot of Mick Schumacher today. On the outside as Kimi Antonelli setting the fastest lap of the race again. We're fighting with Mick Schumacher with Colapinto though, and that should be the job done, although Mick Schumacher will get the DRS on the start-finish straight, and he's right alongside us, so he's got a chance of heading straight back. But no, Colapinto holds him off. Thoughts on Spa the other day? Well, I was happy with the result, being a McLaren fan, but the racing was very, very poor indeed. It was an awful weekend for racing, let's be honest. Alright, let's use this fuel.
No lift off anymore. Use overtake.
Antonelli absolutely flying on the soft tyres, it must be said, because he's already within 5 seconds of Perez. Colapinto's got 10 seconds now as Norris finally making his final stop of the day. Let's see where he comes out. Do keep an eye on the fuel if you can, chat. Emily, thanks for the follow. Right, yeah, Norris you want to have a look at. So how big of a gap will Antonelli have? It'd be nice if Stroll could get past him. Does. What about Albon? Yeah, Albon's going to be past him as well. Just makes Norris's job a little bit more difficult. Okay. Norris on the softs. He's going to be very quick, but he's got to get past Albon and Stroll before he gets to Antonelli. So might give Antonelli a chance. Antonelli is now within 2.5 seconds of Perez. Me too. Happy for Oscar, but awful race. Yes, indeed. I think Piastri has great potential. Future multi-world champion. Yeah, this current time, Oscar's looking pretty good for the World Championship this year, isn't he? I think driving-wise, there's probably not actually too much between Lando and Oscar, but mentality makes the difference, really. Oscar just calm demeanour, less mistakes, and therefore, ideally, making him a well-rounded, better driver in that sense. Geeta, this isn't real. No, never claimed it was real. F1 Manager 24. Our Maserati series. Alright, Norris then. He's got work to do. Colapinto. Yeah, he's still about 8.5 seconds off. Antonelli can now see Perez. So, although we came out behind Perez, a very long way behind Perez, looks like we've got a great chance getting back past him.
Do your best.
There we go, jump on board with Kimi Antonelli. So top 5 possible. I think we will be able to get Perez, but it depends how quickly Lando Norris can get through the traffic. Need some help from Albon, and of all people, Lance Stroll to hold Lando Norris up a bit.
At the moment, we are P6.
And Lando Norris had a 30-point championship lead as Antonelli going for a late move there on Perez. But he's going to make it work, and Antonelli is into P5. I'm going to use a bit of battery and try and break that DRS because Perez got a good chance coming straight back at us here.
Yeah, copy.
Increase lift off.
Just try and use a bit of battery. 7 seconds to Sainz. Could we get Carlos Sainz here? It's going to be interesting. See our pace. I really want to break this DRS to Perez. Easier said than done, of course.
Copy that.
Oh, we've nearly got it. We nearly got it. It's getting DRS there, but if we have a good next couple of corners, should be able to break that DRS to Sergio.
You're okay.
Antonelli's pace has been really good on these softs. But yeah, coming into today's race, Lando Norris had a 30-point lead on Piastri. Lando Norris started from the pit lane, though. He's now 8, so what? He's taking 4 points. Piastri's taking 25, so I make that a 9-point lead. As it stands, we can have a look. Yeah, it would be a 9-point lead. If it ends how it is now, I think Lando Norris will make a few more positions until that, but Piastri definitely going to eat into Lando's lead after today. He's dominated this race, got a 22-second lead over Fernando Alonso, who looks like he's going to get a podium. Oh, Leclerc's got a good sauce. He might take it to him at the end. Lexi and Roberto, thanks for the follow. When was this? It's right now. It's F1 Manager 24. Right, so Antonelli, 3.4 of Sainz, Colapinto, 4.8 of Albon. So they're the gaps we're looking at. 10 laps to go. Antonelli's got a bit of traffic. Ocon needs to get out of the way. Antonelli is getting very close to Carlos Sainz. Absolutely flying is Antonelli. Norris is 13 seconds behind. I can't see Lando Norris catching Antonelli, so if he gets Sainz, this would be for a top 4 finish. This softs has recovered our race a little bit. Being on low fuel on the softs. DRS Sainz is going to close that off, though. We have a sneaky little look at the inside. Nothing doing, though. We're currently on 69% sauce. Sainz 2 steps harder on the hard tyre and down to 50%. It's Antonelli. Old again. He's very confident on this stint. And he's taking Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz will again have a chance here because he's going to have a dose of DRS on the start-finish straight here. But again, if we can keep him behind for another lap or two, I think we'll start to pull that gap. And Antonelli into P4. Leclerc is now on Alonso. I don't quite think we can make 10 seconds up on those. I'm a new fan. I knew nothing. That's probably why I couldn't tell this is game. No worries. You're not the first person. You won't be the last to ask that. Piastri now has a 26-second lead. Absolute dominance. Colapinto is nearly on Albon. But it doesn't look like Colapinto will be able to do much more than that, unfortunately. So it looks like P9 for Franco. Started P8, so a little bit disappointing for him. But again, we can forward on a bit just until we get to Albon. Antonelli's broken the DRS. Antonelli, 9.5 seconds off Alonso, who drops to P3. We'll see if we can close that. It's probably unlikely that we can. Franco just missing out on the DRS on Albon there, but he'll get it next lap. Norris is now clear of Stroll, but Stroll is 6 seconds up the road, so I don't think Colapinto's going to have that sort of pace, unfortunately. Here we go, Colapinto DRS. Are we going to go for the move here? No, that's pretty poor from Franco, sitting behind the gearbox. You need to go a little bit more higher on the aggression there. Alonso P3 incoming, or P2, yeah, he's still fighting with Leclerc. Leclerc's softs will start to drop off quicker than Alonso's hard, so yeah, Alonso's still got a chance of P2 potentially. Colapinto, Alex Albon is defending well. But all the time, this is losing him time to Lance Stroll, if Stroll is a possibility. Daniel logo tutorial. I didn't make a video when I made the logo, but there are plenty of Maserati logo tutorials, or there is a couple on YouTube. Mine is slightly different to those, but they're near enough the same as what I've got, so check those out. Right, Colapinto makes the move then. P9. Albon's going to get some DRS. We're going to use the battery.
Now we should be able to take a look here.
Here is this move then. Franco finally getting Albon.
Turn 12. It's there for the taking.
Yeah, 7 seconds to Stroll. We've got 7% tyre margin, so we can try and push it. We'll see what happens. Antonelli's got within 6.5 seconds of Alonso and Leclerc. I need to keep pushing this because Albon will keep the DRS for a lap or two. I'll keep using this battery just for a little bit with Franco. It's Albon. Still there or thereabouts. That should be pretty good on him now. That's 6.2 to Stroll. Yeah, I can't see us closing that. Antonelli's now got 7 seconds on Sainz. Norris is clear of Perez. And the next man for Norris is going to be Sainz. And then it'll be 10 seconds to us, so... yeah, I think Antonelli's got enough on Lando Norris there.
No lift off.
Copy.
Great content, bro. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the support. Much appreciated. Alright, just watch my fuel chat. Please don't let me forget about that. Norris is about to clear Sainz, but he's got to find 10 seconds in, what, 4 or 5 laps. We've got to within 5 seconds of Alonso and Leclerc here. I think we're just about going to run out of tyre life and pace. Norris still hasn't cleared Sainz, so that's good for us. It's 10 seconds. He's now cleared him, so he's got 10 seconds to find. Colapinto's picking up some DRS on a back marker on Ocon. Tess, honestly, I'm new to Formula 1. How should I get familiar with it? I think just watching it. Just watching it if you've got access to watch it over the weekends when it's on. Don't let gatekeepers put you off. Doesn't matter if you don't know much. Everyone who first started didn't know anything, so keep watching it and you'll learn more and hopefully enjoy it more. Right, 3 laps to go. Antonelli is within 2 seconds of Leclerc here, but as I say, we're just about going to run out of tyre life in terms of against Leclerc, our advantage. Colapinto within 1.3 of Stroll here.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Norris is not going to catch us.
Copy.
Copy.
Even you'll catch. Yeah, Colapinto's going to catch Stroll, but more importantly, Antonelli might be on the back of Leclerc and Alonso, but we're not going to have a lap. It's going to be the final lap, so there's not going to be much chance of a overtake, unfortunately. We're only now starting, though, lap 61, such as the advantage. Piastri leads by 40 seconds in this race. We did not stutter there. He is leading by 40 seconds.
Norris behind.
Right, we've got DRS,
Okay.
but as I say, so does Leclerc. This is the problem. If we're catching one of these, we've had a good chance, but a bit of a DRS train. Nothing we can do there.
Copy.
Try some lift off.
Copy.
Alonso down to 34%. Try and use a bit of battery out of here. But again, they've both got DRS. Colapinto, I'm not sure is going to get to Stroll.
Copy.
Is there camera change keyboard shortcut? To be honest with you, I haven't actually looked. There might well be. Antonelli, DRS. Can he make a move here? Oh, a double overtake. Not a double overtake. Surely not. Kimi Antonelli, they're 3 wide. I don't know where Alonso's gone. They're still 3 wide, but we've used all our batteries, so we're going to be struggling out of here. But we're past Alonso, and we're going to have some DRS here on Leclerc. After harvesting here, are we going to try and make the move? We are. Kimi Antonelli makes the move. We're going to have a look at a replay of that. Look at this. We ended up being 3 wide through here. Oh, it's prior to that we were 3 wide. Doesn't show it earlier on.
Yes, that's it.
Problem is, we didn't really want Leclerc behind us at this point of the racetrack, because he's now going to get the DRS on this long old straight. We've got to try and defend for our lives here. Antonelli, surely he's not going to finish P2 here. Antonelli is in P2. I can't quite believe what we're seeing here, but here we go. Kimi Antonelli pushing on.
Overtake available.
I'm going to use some battery out of this next DRS zone because Leclerc is still very much with us. Piastri's won by 43 seconds. We're using DRS out of here. We've used all our DRS. This is the, ERS, sorry. We're harvesting.
No overtake.
We're going to be struggling here. We're going to be struggling a lot to keep him behind. Leclerc. Can he make it work? We've got to be defensive, Antonelli. He is being defensive. But again, we've got no battery. What can Leclerc do? Is there anything he can do? The line's going to come up too early, I think. Yes, it is. Kimi Antonelli has done it into P2. What's going on with Colapinto? He's fighting Stroll. But we've got no tyre or battery of him as well. And it looks like we're going to lose out on that one. But what a fight at the end. I don't know how Kimi Antonelli's finished P2 there. What on earth has happened? Colapinto's going to come home in P9 in the end then. But Kimi Antonelli, it looked at one moment we were on for P2, then it looked like P6, and then on that final stint on the softs, we were absolutely flying, and somehow Kimi Antonelli has bagged another podium and finishes P2. And tears in the chat for Alonso. Alonso looked nailed on for a podium today, and somehow he finished P4. But it's Antonelli P2 and Colapinto P9.
And there's some big celebrations from McLaren as it sinks in now that they've won the Constructors' Championship.
They've really dominated this season. The competition struggled to mount a serious challenge.
Well, Kareem.
Alonso driving with a handbrake on with the gap. It's crazy. Right, let's have a look at the full classification. Then Oscar Piastri, absolute dominance. Look, won by near enough 45 seconds. Antonelli, though, up 1, started P3, finishes P2. Leclerc up 4 to finish P3. Fernando Alonso, after all that, finished where he started in P4. Lando Norris started from the pit lane, up 17. Mega Drive finished P5, but he will lose a bit of his point advantage to Oscar Piastri in the championship. We'll have a look at that shortly. Carlos Sainz, P6. Perez 7th, Lance Stroll 8th, Colapinto drops from P8 to P9. Not the greatest of races, to be honest, from Franco, and Albon up 4 places to claim a point for Williams. Drivers' Championship, as I say, it was a 40-point lead for Norris coming into this one. It is now a 15-point lead, so that's been halved. The deficit has been halved with just 3 races to go, so getting very tasty between the two McLarens, with Norris first, Piastri second. Kimi Antonelli staying P3. Good chance to finish there now with another podium. Leclerc 4th, Colapinto 5th. And no change here in this top 10. And as we saw, Max and Hamilton both crashing out. Did we get any different point scorers? No, we didn't. That is all staying the same. No changes at all in the Drivers' Championship. Constructors, McLaren, surely they're near enough won this championship. They will win the championship. Then we've got Maserati ourselves, still P2, and we extend on Ferrari. We've got a great chance now, finish second. Ferrari, P3. Red Bull 4th, they score no points. Lawson and Verstappen both retire. Aston Martin 5th, Mercedes 6th. Williams 7th, they pick up another 9 points. RB 8th, kicks Sauber 9th. Alpine 10th, and Haas still yet to score. Pit stop points, oh! I think that's the first time we've got the fastest pit stop. 1st and 4th, and that's moved us up to P3 in the pit stop competition. We're loving that as well. And we would have done our contract bonus. Yes, we did. And there we go. So, if you haven't already, do smash the like button. But that is going to bring this one to a close. What a result then. Kimi Antonelli looked like we might have a chance of a podium. Then it looked like that desperately slipped away. Looked like maybe a top 5, top 6. But he was super quick on that final stint on the softs and gets a double overtake on the final lap past Alonso, or the penultimate lap past Alonso, then past Leclerc. And Kimi Antonelli finishes P2 to bring another podium to Maserati. And we have now got just 3 races left, I believe. Yes, 3 races left then. First in Austin, then Canada, then Brazil. And we're going to be back very soon then as we continue this Maserati F1 Manager Series. But if you have dropped in today for the first time, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So do pop back on Friday. That's when we'll be continuing the series as we head to Austin. If you've watched on YouTube, do subscribe and check out the Maserati playlist there. If you've watched on TikTok or Twitch, head to the profile, head to my bio, and you can find the YouTube channel there. As I say, not just the live streams on YouTube, but 2 episodes a week in this series. And we've got other F1 Manager series coming soon on YouTube, so do check us out there. But of course, thanks for all the likes. Give me a like before you go. If you're not already, do follow or subscribe. Thanks for all the chat, all the support, and we'll be back